I don't find it attractive. You actually don't like being single. Money, you have daddy issues. Quality over quantity. It was so romantic. The next assumption is you drink. I want to be a mom is so freaking bad. Nothing like a good old car video. Hi guys. This video calls for a coffee. Oh, that's really good. I needed that. I'm currently getting over being sick for about 9 days, so I might sound a little funny, and that's why we got some coffee, because I'm gonna need it. We're gonna be talking this whole entire video. Welcome to the video where I answer your guys' assumptions. I posted a story on Instagram saying drop your assumptions about me that you have, so we're just gonna answer them honestly, truthfully, and we're just gonna have a little chit chat. Let's just get straight into the video. This is actually a really good assumption. You have a lot of friends that you choose not to put in your videos. So as you guys know, I've been doing social media since 5th grade, and that's a really long time. And throughout all of those years, I have put most of my friendships and relationships online, and that is something that I look back on now and I wish that I didn't do, just for the sake of like fallouts and, you know, just not being friends with certain people. But that's something that I can't take back, but I can change, and that's what I'm doing now. I do have a lot of people that I talk to. I do have a lot of friends in this town that I hang out with, and I don't ever talk about them. And so when I don't ever talk about them, everyone assumes, oh, Emma has no life, Emma has no friends. And like ultimately, like I'm not someone that has like a big group of friends. I will always choose quality over quantity. That's just how I've always been. So my circle is very small, but it's a circle that isn't put out on the internet. So to you guys, it's like, oh, Emma has no friends, but I actually hang out with a lot of people here, and I've made some really good friends. I've met some new people. Like I've been on a few like friend dates, and I started running with someone from school, and those are just relationships that I will never put out on the internet, because the internet tends to ruin a lot of friendships and relationships. You guys know that. It just gets in the way, and I just don't want that to happen to these friends, and especially with fallouts, you guys know how it goes. Everyone notices and like, Emma, like, why are you not friends with this person, blah blah blah, which I totally understand. You guys have a right to know, because I do put my life out on the internet. Now I'm changing that, because I think it's just me just realizing what's more important. Building a friendship that's not on the internet is important to me. This assumption is so fitting. You like coffee. Yes, I do. You never cussed when you were a teenager on the vlogs because you were scared. As you guys know, like I'm turning 20 in like 3 months. Typical 20-year-olds, you know, do typical teenager things. And those things I have never shared on the internet, because the way I look at it is that since I've been doing social media since I was 5th grade, and all of the people that have grown up with me or have known me for a really long time see me as this innocent, sweet girl that doesn't do anything wrong, and that image has always stuck with me throughout the years. And so I remember this exact moment in my life when TikTok became a thing and I started cussing in my TikToks. Everyone like went berserk, like, oh my gosh, no way Emma just cussed, like this is so crazy, like you're changing, like you're not the same Emma that I used to watch. And when that happened, I kind of just like realized, oh, like I have to keep this image up, like I have to be this like innocent girl that doesn't do like rebellious teenager things, you know? So that's why I never felt the need to share those things or like cuss on the internet. I mean, yes, I do cuss. I just always felt kind of uncomfortable sharing those things, because I didn't want people to be upset with me. I didn't want my supporters or just the audience in general to be like, wow, Emma has changed into this really horrible person, which is not true, you know? It's just growing up and changing. They're two totally different things. So hopefully that kind of makes sense. But I feel like you guys can definitely tell that I'm starting to open up a bit more, and that's why I wanted to do this video, to just sit down and just be fully open. I'm finally at that point in my life where I want to share these things, even if it changes the way people perceive me from like years ago, you know? The next one is you want kids in the future. Yes, I do. I can say that with full confidence. I want to be a mom so bad. Obviously not now. My biggest goal in life, like honestly, is to have kids. I want to be a mom so freaking bad. I perk up, I smile so much every time I think about it. I know I'm only 19, that is so freaking young. I'm not talking about like having kids right now. I'm talking like down the road when I'm with the right person, I'm married, and we're ready to have kids. Like that's a long time. And I know that's so different from a lot of people. A lot of people don't want kids, and that's totally okay, but I'm someone that wants a big family. I want 4 kids. I want 4 miniature me's. Who knows, maybe that could change in the near future, but I am I'm going to live my life, travel, do things that I want to at a young age, and then when I'm ready to settle down, then I will have kids. I'm not trying to rush that process. That will all happen when I'm ready to have kids. This one's funny. She's talking to someone but doesn't want to tell us. So I've actually opened up about me going on some dates. I've talked to a guy in the past like few months, and I'm not talking to anyone right now actually, and I'm like 100% telling the truth. I was for like a little bit. I just noticed a lot of red flags. That's really all I'm gonna say. So I don't talk to that person anymore. So we're still, you know, single. Next assumption is you want to move to a different state one day. Yes, 100%. I want to live somewhere that has the 4 seasons. I want to live somewhere other than Florida. Just for a little bit. I think if I were to move to a different state, it would just be for a couple of years. Like 2, maybe 3 a year. Just to explore and live in a different state. Ooh, next assumption is after you visited FSU, you kind of wish you went to college. As you guys know, I went up to Tallahassee for the weekend. You know, FSU is actually a really good school, and I literally only experienced it for 3 days. Everyone there is so welcoming, so nice. The friend that I visited, she's in a sorority, so I went to like her sorority events, all of these sorority girls, and like went to a frat party. Deep down, I'm like, okay, like this was a really fun weekend. But college isn't always about partying. That was just from one weekend. The social aspect definitely made me have FOMO for sure, because it was a great weekend. Game day was so much fun, and just being around people your age constantly is definitely something that kind of makes me upset that I didn't go to college, if I'm being truthful. But I do genuinely think I still made the right decision of not going to college. That's just how I feel. School and college I knew wasn't my path from the get-go. I've never really talked about college like that. I never really had an interest in going to college. I still am very secure with my choice with not going. And yeah, you actually don't like being single. A year ago, 2 years ago, 3, I was not okay being on my own. I was very dependent on other people to make me happy. I relied on other people for happiness. And until about a year ago, I fully flipped that. I am like my built-in best friend. I like do everything alone now, and I'm very content with being on my own. And I wasn't like that years ago. At the end of the day though, I do want a boyfriend. Not to say that I have a boyfriend. I think it's just because I want that person to be there 24/7. What makes me miss having a relationship the most is just having an actual best friend other than myself. I'm fine on my own, but it would be so nice just to have your other half. Like, yes, I have friends. Like, I have my best friend that lives in Indiana. That's totally different from having a boyfriend. That feeling of comfort, knowing that if you're bored, you can text him like, hey, let's hang out. And you can do the same thing with friends, but it's just like a different feeling. I don't really know how to explain it. I hope you guys understand kind of what I'm saying. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I know how I feel, but I just don't know how to put it into words. Next assumption, you smoke. No. I've talked about this before. I have never smoked. I've never smoked weed, never hit a vape. That's just not my thing. Yeah, I just choose not to, and I will never do it. That's something that I've just decided within myself. But no, I have never smoked anything. I don't find it attractive. If I meet a guy and I find out he vapes, he's getting the boot. He's gone. This assumption's really funny. You have daddy issues. You know, honestly, could be the problem. I do have really bad luck when it comes to choosing men that don't stay in my life. So maybe I do, because my dad didn't stay in my life. So like, maybe I do, honestly. I didn't really like think about that. Maybe that's the problem. The next assumption is you drink. So this is something that I've never talked about on the internet. Something that I've always avoided. It was something that I just kept private, and it's okay to keep certain things private in your life. And this was something that I never talked about. I feel like we're growing up. I want to be honest with you guys. I want to be real. I think a lot of people have put 2 and 2 together since FSU weekend. And you guys do know, like, I've been to clubs, like I've been to bars, like I've been to parties, like my USF days when I was visiting like every other weekend. Like, I definitely went through a party phase like about a year ago for many reasons. Like, I was a mess a year ago. If you know, you know. I have drank, I do drink. Just always felt like this was something that I wanted to keep private, because it's something that, you know, is illegal. I am underage, and it wasn't something that I wanted to flaunt on the internet. And I think it was okay for me to keep that private, but I want to be real with you guys, and this is me being real. I have done, you know, typical teenager things. Like I said, I think a lot of you have realized that I have before from from FSU weekend, and that's like when I first like opened up about it. So I just felt like sitting down and talking about it. Ooh, you're planning another abroad trip soon. So I've actually thought about this, and my next destination, if I am to travel abroad, will be Iceland. I want to go to Iceland so freaking bad. It's freaking beautiful there, so we'll see, but that's really where I want to go. You have a high kiss count. I think I've talked about this before. My kiss count is 6. Is that high? I feel like that's pretty good for me. 6 is a lot for me, honestly. 2 of them I was in a relationship with. The other 3 were failed situationships that didn't turn into dating. The 4th one was a in the moment kiss with someone that I never talked to. The best kiss that I ever had was with a guy. We never dated. We talked, like we knew we liked each other. Was in the ocean. It was like 11 o'clock at night. Me and him are just like swimming in the ocean with our clothes on, and we're like tackling each other. Like movie shit, okay? It was so like rom-com. I'm in a movie. It was so romantic. He drowns me like I'm drowning him. Stop, I'm blushing. Then we just kissed. That was my best kiss ever. It was so romantic. Like that shit needed to be filmed and put in a movie. So besides the very romantic ocean kiss, they're all not memorable because I don't want to remember them. You know what I'm saying? Next one is that you still talk with like your exes and like ex-friends and stuff. No. After any like bad fallout with someone, block on every social media app that I know of. No contact. I take no contact so seriously. I don't talk to anyone but my past. They're in the past for a reason, and it's gonna stay that way. This one's funny. Your running partner is your boyfriend. No. My running partner is a girl that I went to school with. We had class together junior year, and we both still live at home, and she was like, yeah, I want to start running, and she's like, let's do it together. And so she is not my boyfriend. This next one is going to be our last assumption. You make enough money to move out. Being on social media, you tend to make really good money. I do have enough money to be financially stable to move out, to rent out an apartment. If I wanted to move out right now, I could. One, I am so blessed and so thankful that I could do that if I wanted to. The only reason that I am is because of you guys, and I am so beyond thankful for each and every one of you, and I love you guys so much, and you have given me amazing opportunities. You have given me a quote-unquote career that has set me up for my future. But at the same time, I'm 19, I'm young, I want to travel, I want to just live life, and I can do that still living at home. I'm not paying rent, like I'm not paying bills. Like I feel like sometimes when you move out, it can get lonely, and I have my family I can spend time with every single day. Like I come home to a loving family, I come home to cooked meals, I come home to hanging out with my sister. That's something that I don't want to get rid of just yet. I just don't think it's my time yet, and when I feel like it's my time, then I'll move out. I'm at home, you know, doing social media, making money, saving that money for when I am ready to move out. So those are all of the assumptions that I'm going to be answering. I feel like I was pretty open and honest, honestly. I think I talked about a few things that I don't usually talk about. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all very soon back with more videos. Bye guys. Mwah.